Francis makes silver jewellery beads. Each bead is formed by rotating the curve shown through 2 pi radians about the x-axis. Each unit on the axis represents 1 millimetre. We're told that silver costs 5p per cubic millimetre, and we need to find the cost needed to make 500 beads. So we are going to find the volume of one of these beads in millimetres cubed. We're going to multiply it by 5p to work out the cost of one of these beads, and then we'll times it by 500 to work out the cost of 500. So to work out the volume of one of these beads, it's being rotated around the x-axis. So I'm using this formula here, pi times the integral of y squared dx. Y is the 4x minus x squared. So we're going to square that, and we're going to integrate that between our x limits of 0 and 4. Right, expanding those brackets, we're going to have the 4x squared is 16x squared. We've then got the 4x times minus x squared, which is minus 4x cubed. Double that to get minus 8x cubed. And then we've got the minus x squared, which is a positive x to the power 4. I've then integrated each of those terms, so added 1 to the power divided by the new power, added 1 to the power divided by the new power, added 1 to the power divided by the new power. I've then substituted 4 in, here, here and here. And I've then substituted 0 in, here, here and here, which just gives 0. Working out all of this gives me the volume of one of these beads as 512 pi over 15 millimetres cubed. I know it's in millimetres cubed because we were told that each unit on the axis represents 1 millimetre. So the volume of one bead is 512 pi over 15. We know that that costs 5p per millimetre cubed. So if I times that by the 5p, that will give me the cost of one of the beads. And then times that by 500, and that will give me the cost of 500 beads. And this is my answer. Part B, there are lots of different answers you could give as one limit of this model. I think 2 of the most common ones. Firstly, it's unlikely that the beads are going to form a perfectly smooth quadratic. There's probably going to be imperfections within the bead. So that's one limitation. But also, given that we're talking about jewellery, each of these little beads would need a hole in order for the string or chain or whatever to fit through them. So they're going to need a hole in there, which is obviously going to affect its volume. So the beads would need a hole in the middle to be used for jewellery, is another limit of the model. But any reasonable answer for part B, where it explains why the cost is not going to be exactly £2,680, will be a good answer for part B.